If you're looking for seller finance properties that you could get into and buy without having to resort to a traditional loan, then you probably already discovered how hard it is to find attractive properties available for seller financing posted for sale. Most of the people who contact me about finding seller finance properties complain about two problems. Number one, they don't necessarily understand exactly how the process works and they're afraid to be taken advantage of. Two, they don't see properties that they personally would like to buy that are available with seller financing. If any of those two problems are something that you're experiencing as well, then I think I can help you with both problems. My name is Elena Garrett, and I am a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, and I specialize in seller financing or owner-to-owner financing, rent-to-own, and other non-traditional creative ways of getting people with difficult credit, no social security, and other problems, getting them into homes as quickly as possible. I have a YouTube channel that is dedicated to finding ways of getting people into homes, and I have seller financing as a playlist on my YouTube channel. I'm going to drop the link to my YouTube playlist below. If you want to start the process of getting yourself into an attractive home that you yourself can pick, that you actually like with seller financing, I promise you I can help. In fact, I can help you to get into any house in your price range that you could buy with seller financing, whether it's in the area that you're looking for, in a school district that you're looking for, a specific type of a building that you're looking for. I can help with almost anything. How does that work? Well, first of all, you will need to understand how this process works. To understand that, head on to my website and start reading, because the whole process of owner financing is described on my website in quite a bit of detail. Once you finish reading, make sure that you understand what is required to do seller financing. Most people who want to get into seller financing do not quite understand the cash requirements needed for that transaction. If you read through my website and you think that seller financing is for you, I can definitely help you to take the next step. How could you do that? Once you're finished reading and you feel that you want to discuss more, click on the form right here. Go to this form right here and fill out the information and let me contact you. Once you fill out that information, I can analyze the situation that you have and I'll put you in contact with somebody who will be able to help you to get any house that is currently for sale on the market, to get any house on owner finance terms. Let me know if you have any questions to me about the process. If you're ready to start, go ahead and click on Get in Touch, and I will be available to answer all of your questions about the details of how it's going to work. Again, my name is Elena Garrett, and I'm a real estate agent in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas. I only work in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I'm with Keller Williams Central. So the processes that I use and the investors that I use will be 100% reliable and legitimate processes and investors. You will not need to worry about being taken advantage of. With that said, go ahead and read through my website, see if you are interested in having a further discussion, and if you are, let's talk. Thank you so much for watching.